Why is this show called Into the Loop?
Into the loop! Into the loop!
What 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 is a desert eagle used for?
What?
Big booty bitches.
Into the loop!
Why is the show called Into the Loop? Bitches.
Into the loop!
Booty. Big desert eagle. Bitches. Big desert bitches. Big desert booty. Big desert bitches. Big booty eagle.
Into the loop!
Booty.
Into the loop!
Big desert eagle. Bitches. Big desert bitches. Big desert booty. Big desert bitches. Big booty eagle.
Into the loop!
Welcome back to Into the Loop, episode 22, on October 14th of 2022. Let's go.
Dude,
I'm
check the stream.
Check the stream.
Yeah,
Oh man, okay, I'm checking the stream.
I'm changing it live.
You're changing it live. It's beautiful. Look at it.
I made that.
Yeah, I made it our Twitter picture for the month as well.
I fucking made that.
Dude, I'm so proud of you. Look at that.
I did that.
Yo, let's
And
go.
That's why I changed it live on stream
That is awesome.
to
That's
sh-
that's a
to show
reaction.
this is happening.
Yes,
We
it is
we have the
into-
ability to do special things.
We are into the spook now.
So look out for the Charles Dickens Christmas episode. What's that story called again? With Ebenezer Scrooge. Look out for our Ebenezer Scrooge adaptation episode coming out on December 25th.
It sounded like you said Ebenezer. Like he's
Dr. Ebenezer.
Dr. Ebenezer, man.
Dude, that's what we should do. We should do like like a play, like a script version,
Yeah.
but voice it as Sonic characters. Our impressions of Sonic characters.
Eggman, can I have some more, please?
Now, I just want to point out that is an idea that is really amazing that we just came up with. I swear to God, this is not planned. We we come up with stuff and we plan it. Oh, just wait. We come up with stuff like this all the time, so we got big plans.
We're always getting into the loop.
I really think that people will look at this podcast whenever we end it, and they'll really see something, or they'll hear something special.
Oh yeah.
Uh, will it be the greatest? No, but it will be.
Memorable.
It will be itself.
We
This is the most self-aware podcast that is also pushing to be completely itself.
Yeah.
It knows. We don't even know yet, but the loop knows.
We're just getting into it. We're here for the ride.
Yeah, we're just new every day new stuff.
Ain't nobody driving this thing. It's just rolling on its own.
Like it'll boop in my head. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's aliens, and I type it to you immediately, and then it becomes a thing. That's how this came to be. You know,
Yes,
we were just like
I
one
mean-
day, let's make a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, it's not exactly how we were imagining it because we kind of want the arrow to have a little leaf in there, you know?
I thought this would be better because of the intense face that I used.
It is pretty intense.
If I
He looks like, man, he
Yeah.
looks like he's in for it.
Yeah, he's here to torment us because we have sinned. Like
Yes.
if I had done the leaf, I would have wanted to do like less cracks, maybe. I would actually just smooth the cracks out and
Make him
just
happy,
and
not
give him a
frightful.
rounder happy face. But I couldn't do that. That was
No.
my limitation. I couldn't get too pumpkiny. Um, but
Pumpkiny.
hey, year two, who fucking knows? And we will still be doing this
Oh yes.
in year two.
This is not stopping.
That's a
We
guarantee.
we are coming up on our loop anniversary here.
You want to do a loop anniversary episode?
Dude, a loop anniversary episode is absolutely happening.
And the craziest thing is we have at least two planned holiday episodes, and we haven't recorded a single thing.
Nope.
Cause we will need to pre-record those. But
Yeah. We have some other
well, I
episodes
mean,
that we know are gonna be recorded
how do they
too.
know we didn't pre-record this though?
True.
We could have just played the
What if we
played
told
the
you?
tape.
What if we told you you already had a pre-recorded episode and you didn't know it
Yeah,
at the audience?
yeah.
I mean,
Is it live? Is it not live? Uh, just go in as deeply as you want to,
I will go ahead and
and we'll
confirm that
still
this
be
one is
there.
live.
We'll still be. Well, is it?
Is it? Or are we all just
Is anybody in 100 years
experiencing
gonna?
this?
Is anybody in 100 years gonna know that? Are
I
they
mean,
gonna?
when
Are
they
they
hear
gonna?
it, they might.
Are they gonna be able to like search it up? They ain't gonna have computers left. Like we'll be like on a disk somewhere.
Yeah, the
Like
YouTube database.
yeah. Like they ain't gonna be able to go back and look up dates.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. This is something I
We're a
feel
moment in history.
use us to date a bi-weekly
So now
calendar.
that ITL every 2 weeks on Friday night.
FTL plays FTL coming to a Twitch stream near you.
um, so I want to talk about this. Let's do fuck yeah moments.
Yes, the fuck yeah
Okay,
moment.
you
All
you
right.
you first.
Sure. So my fuck yeah moment of the the bye weeks is
Yeah.
I got pulled in for my first meeting at my new job with my boss.
Oh, did it
And
go
it
well?
dude, it went so exceptionally well. I
Did
she
you?
gave me a paper with the statistics of me and everyone else in the office. And I had the second most uh
Oh wow.
uh dispatches in total. And
So you're number two, and you just
yeah,
started. Did you?
literally.
Did you explain to her that you're an internet kid?
No.
Yeah, you want to keep that a secret, because then she'll try to hire more internet kids.
Yeah.
Then you'll be fucked.
My entire office is like people who watch anime though. Like we
Oh,
all
so she
like
knows to get the anime kids.
yes. Yeah, she knows to get the nerds to do the job correct. Um but no, my team at work is actually like I was talking to Kevin, one of my friends who wants
Hmm.
to be on the podcast at some point.
Oh, bring him.
He wants to be a voice actor and he can do some really good voices. This is the
Oh,
most wholesome guy I've ever met
I
either.
want to see his playbook.
Peter.
I want to see. No,
You want to see his Peter.
I want to see
His Peter Griffin.
his entire repertoire.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
all of it.
It's incredible.
I will
But
judge him.
we were talking today and we were like, "Man, it is crazy having a team that you can actually rely on because if there are any questions, like we just out in the hall of our cubicles and one of us will pipe up and say something or we'll just ask each other on Microsoft Teams."
So y'all are just yelling down the hallway.
Yeah, pretty much. It's incredible.
That's
Like,
great. I have that at work with a few people.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is so good to go to work and feel like you're part of something, you know?
Yeah.
It's so it's fulfilling.
Mine's
I
work related too, just so you know.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. This is the sharp 180 of where we were last year at this
Oh my
time.
God. Oh
Uh,
my God.
but yeah, like I love this job and I am doing a really good job apparently. And
Yeah.
that makes me feel really good about
Yeah.
myself. This is like my 12th day in a row
And
working
and can I
without a day off.
can I piggyback a little bit here?
Yeah.
You also have another job, which is this podcast. And I just want to say that both of us are really achieving things that we didn't think possible before.
That's true. I mean,
So,
there's one thing that we have planned for Into the Loop with our friend Dan, and once we
oh,
get that going,
oh,
this is
I don't know if he's gonna come back. I haven't heard from him in like 2 weeks.
oh man,
Like I told you
dude,
when I told you the other day, I was talking to him. Like I sent him a message, but he didn't reply. Yeah,
man.
he went to fall break. Like the last thing he told me something a couple weeks ago, and it was a little grim. Uh,
Oh,
I'm not gonna say. Um, but yeah, and I haven't heard from him since.
what in the
So yeah,
oh man.
he's probably fine. You know,
Yeah, he's totally fine.
maybe like vacation at your parents' house, or you just exercising. Who knows? Who knows? But
Like if he was stuck in the mountains or something, he'd be fine because he's got muscles the size of our heads,
he's like
and
a
his brain, he could make acid out of just random plants in the wild, so he'd be totally safe.
um he would he's actually got quite a bit of Scandinavian ancestry. Um, and fun fact, those guys are actually like they're not like really big in most cases. They're actually pretty short.
Right.
And he's short, but he's thick. He's Viking thick, and
Yeah.
he really leans into it. He's been enjoying some Scandinavian culture. He has a horn that he drinks beer out of. Top guy, top guy. So
Incredible, man. Go
he'll
watch the episode he was on this
he'll
podcast.
just find a village to pillage. That was episode 10.
Episode 10, featuring Dan the
Um,
Man.
um, but yeah, I'm gonna keep calling him till he answers.
That's good,
Uh,
because we need to make sure he's okay.
yeah, yeah.
Hashtag find
No,
knit
no, no,
spots.
no. I that's pretty interesting that you said that. Uh, a few months ago we were talking about a project that we were working on before and how to bring it to a newer age of media
Yeah,
representation.
yeah,
So I'll have to talk to you about that later, but again, we can't really do anything without him, so
yeah. But once that, it's mind blowing how good this idea is. Like, once we get that ball
yeah.
rolling, though.
Well, it actually, I don't even think it's not even that idea. Me and him have a different idea.
Oh, oh,
We've got two two world-shattering plots. I'll say
oh no.
plots, projects that are gonna that we have in the chamber already. Two world-shattering projects. One I have with you, one I have with him.
Nice.
And it, well,
Yes,
and then also the other thing that has all three of us behind it. So there's three big ones in the
that is the
chamber.
one I'm talking about. The one all three of us are part of.
Yeah, yeah, and I know that. But I'm just telling you that I'm referring to something completely different.
Can we give them an idea? Just a little taste, since we've been so
I don't
vague the
know.
last 2 minutes.
No way.
I
What do you
mean,
want to say, actually?
it's a RPG adventure
I don't. Yeah, yeah.
that
That
we
might.
will do,
Yeah.
but that's all you're gonna get.
I mean, I guess I could say I'm writing one.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty
That.
common
Yeah.
knowledge that you're writing your
Yeah.
own D&D
Yeah.
campaign.
I'm writing one. Well, I've been writing the campaign for a while, and now I'm starting to actually shape it into what I want it to be. Because
Right.
I first started in another I'll go ahead and say all this backstory. I first started using a pre-written um, thing for an online group I started in 2013, and so
Right.
some of my best friends have been in and out of that group. Um, and I sort of want to write these adventures. I'm writing new adventures now that are set in that world, but in parts of the world that haven't been super developed. We started with really hard written, every adventure was written. Now I'm developing parts of the world that have things already known about them, but I'm expanding it, kind of
Yeah.
making it my own. At some point I'll have just changed everything. But that series was from Adventure of the Week, the Aventier series, Rise of the Drow as well. If you're an RPG fan and you like pre-written stuff, seriously, they've got some really great stuff.
Oh
I
yeah.
I I had so many toys at my disposal. It was crazy, and I was weaving in all the players' backstories really well. And because it was just so easy. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe not everyone has that talent, but I think with these adventures, that sort of ability is accessible. I-
Absolutely.
You know, and it's hard to find. I mean, there's a lot of pre-written adventures out there, and some of them are just really straightforward. Others encourage improvisation. I think these really encourage improvisation because their whole world is just improvisations on the D&D world, the Forgotten
Exactly.
Realms,
And
and mixing
you
in
know,
some historically like historical fiction elements, but not necessarily historical fiction. Like there's a medieval Russian themed world part of the world.
right.
It's an entire nation. That's really cool. I like frost humans.
So a thing I want to touch on is people love thought-provoking improvisation, and that's something that you are specifically looking at when developing your own campaign and
Yeah,
story and systems
I,
and
to share a little bit of my design philosophy. So there's a part of the adventure where you're on a chase scene, and there's a certain amount of enemies you'll encounter in that chase scene. But in order to make, in order to provide options to where a DM might want to make the encounter too difficult, like they have maybe just a really overpowered team, or they have player characters that are a little higher level. So
Mhm.
it's tooled for third level with 5 players, or fourth level with 4 players, and then if you only have 3 players, fifth level. Now, the fifth level elements pretty much call for all the hard mode stuff already, but in providing an option to make something harder on the fly, that is helping whatever dungeon master's running this learn to improvise. Here's a suggestion on how to improvise. So now they could take, and it's something that's really accessible. Like the creature itself is like a drone that sort of flies around and has like a laser beam. You could make it crossbows. I use the monodrone stat block for this. Um, and you can just, if you're running like a really high tech sort of thing, you can just have a swarm of drones ruin your player's day. That's the type of things you can try to think of. Like what parts of the environment that are just automatic are going to mess with them. Automated walkways that are really awkward to stand on because you've never seen one before. That's one I just made up. So, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. I legitimately like my goal is to make adventures that help DMs learn to improv
I
because
think
that makes games better.
I think that you are definitely capable of doing that, and you are onto something there. Everything that you've talked to me about in our own personal conversations outside of the show
And it's a
has
constructive
always
goal, I want to say. It's
Yeah,
a constructive
exactly.
one.
Because like I know you and I together are very good at improv. You and I can
Yeah.
think up things on the fly like it's just
Well, we're literally doing it. We did not plan this segment at all.
water off a duck's back, you know? Literally,
um,
these ideas hit us and they fly right off.
yeah, we're still in fuck yeah moment.
It's true.
But no, continue. I want you to finish before we move on.
Uh, but yes, I forgot where I'm going with this.
Um,
I think
that
you're
we're
capable.
yeah, I think I'm capable.
And
I get what I've. It's been almost 10 years I've been running these games with various groups. The first group, I really appreciated their input. They played it the longest. They
yeah.
gave me the most backbone, but I've got this one shot I've been rotating around. Like I've been play testing it,
Mhm.
and I'm getting so much good info from people that I know that I really respect as good players. Um, if I and I don't mean that like oh they're just the more skill at role play or what. No, like I mean players that are invested. Because an
Right.
invested player is going to get into that kind of stuff. They're going to find ways to improve their character, and that means that, trying to calculate out what your character would do in various situations.
Right.
Um, I give hard decisions, and I think that's really what helps stimulate the game.
Right. That's awesome, man. I'm really glad to hear
um,
that.
just a little bit of my design philosophy. Um, and I don't care to share that because I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
We don't want to out everything immediately,
right.
you know.
But that is how I'm considering this entire project in a
Yes.
constructive way. So my fuck yeah moment, aside from how much we're killing it with intellectual property, um, I I got a new team lead at work. The last one, I'm sure you've heard the horror stories.
Oh yeah.
Just awful, terrible. Um, he got moved to night shift, so he's doing that,
Nice.
but there hasn't been a boss there for like 2 months. The new
That's
guy,
awesome.
but the new guy started just like a couple weeks ago. He's amazing. He's
Heck yeah.
positive. He likes to have fun. He likes to make the work fun. Like,
Right.
hey guys, I'll bring in donuts if you do this in 25 minutes instead of 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Like like we probably aren't going to get it done that fast. But we might get it and.
Right. Exactly.
So that's kind of fun. He makes it a game.
That's
So
good.
everyone that I work with on the grocery team is living a much better life at Target. Um,
That's really good to hear.
uh, but that's just in our department. Everybody else is suffering.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's my fuck yeah moment. And kind of springboarding off the fuck yeah moment, we started. This has been a really positive start to this episode. Um, I told you, did I what I say before we
What did
did
you say?
this? You were like, we don't have enough. We don't have enough. I was like, dude, we got enough.
Oh yeah, we got enough now. That's for sure.
Um,
So,
so fuck yeah. I want to announce we were discussing something that we thought we might want to bring up, but weren't sure how to. I I want to do it this way. I think there's a lot of really garbage stuff going on with people, how much they have to work, how little they get paid, and I think you and I have always said like, it only takes one day of the people just standing up and saying no. Just nobody goes to work. I mean, that's what Labor Day is supposed to represent, but I mean, now it's become the lower tier workers serve the higher tier workers so they can have a steak cookout while you work instead.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really think we have to claim a new day, and we can even do it on Labor Day to sort
That's
of
true.
cement. I think everybody should just one day don't work, and I think we should call that day Fuck Yeah Day.
Fuck yeah, day. You know what I
Just
say to that?
just
Fuck yeah.
that's it would take one day nobody showing up to work. One day. Like literally everyone, nobody go to work, and
Just
they
a
they
singular day.
they will they will panic. I have seen the way they run these places. One day could ruin the entire week or the month. One bad
Oh yeah.
day.
Man,
Something goes wrong with one shipment. It's chaos for a month.
yeah.
You're missing one thing that's popular? Oh man. Like I can't tell you how many times I get asked for these three specific items. It
Yeah.
is insane to me. Those aren't getting distributed to 100 people a day, one day, across every restaurant, retail store, like every occupation, every single one. Just take the
Just
day to yourself.
just fuck off and go stand under a waterfall.
420 would be a good one. Yeah, yeah, go connect with Earth. Earth Day. Let's do it on Earth Day. I mean,
Earth Day. Yeah.
it's just
Just go retreat into the
I
woods.
I honestly I think it should be um whatever day they're not giving you before you're off for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, some people get Christmas off. Most of the time that happens.
My work does something really stinky where you have to either work Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Yeah. See, that needs to stop.
Yeah, there's no excuse. Convenience store and
And
gas station workers
and
deserve to
well,
stay at home
and
too.
here's but and here's the real nasty thing that I noticed. I don't know if anybody else knows, but I'm gonna clue you in on something. You get one of those holidays off, you're actually working overtime before and overtime after for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you're working overtime. So
yeah,
they're still extracting from you.
yeah,
J- you're paying for that holiday. Sure, you get time and a half, but you're taking 3 times out of your body.
that's
It's
true.
insane. Your mental health, just stop showing up on Thanksgiving. Stop showing up Christmas Eve. Keep something sacred. They're trying to take
Something's gotta
they're trying to
give.
take everything that's sacred. You know?
Something has to give.
Just and not, I'm not saying that this is an insurrection or whatever. This is just seriously like I think even the people at the top need to learn this lesson. Like everybody's got to take one day off,
It's true.
And even if you
Like,
get the 3 special days off every year, come on. Come on.
yeah,
It's
I'm.
the holidays you you have to be you have to have a certain amount of money to celebrate the holidays.
That's true because
Yeah.
are you gonna you got to figure out how you're gonna celebrate it
The
too. Are
way
you gonna go on vacation? Are you gonna stay at home?
and
You
the
gonna get a
way
lot of gifts?
the way families are these days, getting everybody together is is really hard.
It's impossible.
That's
The ask
why
is too
that's why
high.
these holidays are so important. So to free up people's plans,
Yeah,
they
it's to
people
rest.
sometimes people don't get to go. Like I used to work 60-hour shifts at Amazon, man, and I hauled my ass when I worked there. I really went for it, 'cause I felt good about it. Um,
Yeah,
and man, I didn't even want to go to Thanksgiving the day after.
yeah,
And I like, 'cause I literally had, go eat food, go to work that night for Black Friday.
yeah.
Black Friday needs to stop. Don't go shopping on Black Friday.
Yeah, I agree.
Who gives a fuck? They can give you
Black
they
Friday
can give
is
you
a
those
sin.
if they can give you the that's why it's called Black Friday. You know? Black magic.
Yeah.
Like there is there's something if they can give you these prices one day of the year, they can give them to you every day of the
Oh,
year.
that's right. Because they're still making money off of it.
Isn't the whole point to have competitive prices, but everybody competes with themselves one time a year?
Yeah,
It's stupid.
man, it is. It's very dumb.
Like
That you hear stories about parents waiting out in lines outside stores for like 48 hours to be able
and
to get their kids a computer or something.
and I'm not saying that holiday shopping itself is bad. I think it is a good ritual to have, but it needs to be reduced. Like people's holiday shopping needs to be I am gonna take my I'm gonna get um like something that involves the whole family,
Right.
you know, like an activity
I
or
mean, like my plan for to get my brother and his son a Christmas gift this year was to get them something that they could do together.
right.
And I think that was a pretty good idea. But yeah, if you notice the time though, we're at
Oh
halfway.
my God. I okay, there's two things for sure I want to talk about, but let's go ahead and do the top five.
Yes.
Okay.
This
I'll
is
bring them up right
October.
after.
Right. This is October, so we're doing spooky top 5. Into the spook. Top 5
So,
disturbing games.
yeah, top five disturbing games. So, I have a really special one, but I don't know if it should be number one or an honorable mention
Okay?
because it's seriously changed the way I think.
Oh yes.
Um,
Yes. I know exactly
s-
what you're talking about.
so what do you think? Is that an honorable mention?
Mm,
I think it gets the star.
no, I
It
I think
gets
it
the
gets the
star.
one.
No, it gets the star because it's so exceptional. It's in the gifted class.
True. It's in the SSS plus tier.
I will go.
Yes. It is your turn.
So these are the peons that sit beneath the pinnacle of disturbing games, in my opinion. And these are in no particular order. The Last of Us.
Okay, I mean I could kind of see that.
Soul
La-
wrenching. And what's so disturbing about it is you see a lot of situations of people doing just nasty things to people.
yeah. Not only that, but like fungus parasite zombies, that's fucking
Yeah,
disgusting. That's terrifying.
dude, the first time I saw a bloater is like it's like in the house in the corridor or whatever. You don't have a lot of room.
Mhm.
I got so scared, dude.
Dude,
I freaking screamed. The
the
bloater
clickers,
scared me
bro.
so bad. Yeah, clickers are pretty scary, but bloaters.
I mean, they're not scary when you deal with them 100 times, but the first one, your first time, it puts you on edge.
All right, so Cry of Fear. I've talked a lot about that game. Yeah, I've never completed it because it's so disturbing.
Yeah,
Um,
it's scary.
Amnesia: The Dark Descent, also another game I haven't completed because it's so scary.
I agree.
Silent Hill 2. I've now
Ooh.
this one is interesting because I've never played it at all. I watched a Let's Play. I don't remember what his name was, but that was my experience with Silent Hill 2, and I was very not okay with it. I mean, the guy wasn't weird. He was cool. It's just
Right.
he was so like backseat about it that
Mhm.
it's like you're sitting there watching it with him.
Nice.
That's so that's what's cool. I'll try to remember his name. Um, Another guy that's like that is Delta Zeta Shiny. Look
It's
that
Vinny
guy up.
Vinesauce.
Look Delta Zeta Shiny up. His Let's Plays are so chill.
Heck yeah.
I fall asleep to them frequently.
Heck yeah.
And Doki Doki Literature Club.
That's a good one.
I Yeah, it really spooked me. I kind of knew what the shtick was a little bit going into it.
Right.
Um, Hubert 0987 told me to play it. He was like, he just messaged me. He's like, dude, you should play this. I'm like, what is it? It's a dating
Hubert's
sim.
awesome.
And I'm like, I'm into like Dream Daddy because it's funny, but like I don't really play a lot of dating sims. And it looked like anime girls. He's like, no, seriously, it's a roller coaster. I'm like, okay. So I sat down, started playing it, and I started noticing the weird things from the start. But I was like, are there gay? Do these visual novels get really weird sometimes? I've never heard of any weird ones.
Oh man.
I've heard now I know that there are a lot of weird ones. Like I didn't consider, I guess, that really striking Japanese horror style
Hmm.
could be presented in a visual novel. And I don't know why, because you could do it in manga, right?
Right.
So anyway, that's my top five. My golden child, the golden goose, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Yes,
We would not be here doing this show into the loop without Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
that's true. It would be a different show probably.
It
It would be
we
named something
Yeah,
different.
we might have come up with a podcast, but it would not be into the loop
No, it wouldn't.
because Senua's Sacrifice. Well, I can't say that for certain either, because somebody else could have. I could have come to that epiphany at any time. But
True.
because I saw the loop, I started talking about the loop to my friends. Um, and that's how this eventually got spat out.
Right.
So, and I didn't finish that game. I was, I was too scared, man. Like when you see time and space and destiny all at once, what do? You want to go back to that? I ran. I'm never going back.
You fool.
You can either go insane or you can run.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
That was it.
Oh, okay.
That was the honorable
Gotcha.
mention. Your turn. Tag.
Uh, all right. My most disturbing video game is Visage. We did do a couple of videos on it, but it has since exited Game Pass, and I'm not paying for it because it is way too scary.
I'm trying to remember these Let's Plays.
Visage
What was
was
Visage
just
again?
Visage was the scary horror game that we did not too long ago,
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
tell me what it's about. I
It's
can't
about
remember.
so it starts
Oh, no,
out
I remember now. I remember now.
it starts out
Yeah.
with you
Yeah, I remember.
popping.
It was the one that was like PT.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very
Okay,
PTS.
now I remember everything about it now. It was I somehow it got locked up, I guess.
It's too scary. Of course you locked it up.
I
I wish I
I
could.
repressed the memory to play. Actually, yeah. Oh my God, now I'm remembering more. The Lucy. Oh my God. Dude, I've been hearing that name a bunch.
Yes,
Oh
dude.
my God.
Lucy. She comes up, she runs up to you all
Do it,
scared and
Lucy.
rips your jaw off. Do
Dude,
it,
I've
Lucy.
been hearing the name
Do
Lucy
it,
in
Lucy.
random places.
Top
Whoa,
Pico.
Dude, that game got me. Woo.
Bro.
I'm looping, bro. Oh my
Number
God.
two. Number two is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It is disturbing. The
Yes.
things that you go through
I didn't
in
think
that
about
game.
that one.
It
Yeah.
is absolutely when I was
And
like
all the
young,
theories too.
when it first came out, I couldn't play the game because I was so terrified
And
of Skull Kid.
and it produced some of the best theories and the best creepypastas ever made.
Yes.
Ben Drowned.
Ben Drowned.
Have you read Ben Drowned?
Yes.
Oh my God, Ben Drowned is so good.
It is
I
the original.
I got chills the whole
Man.
time.
All
I was
right.
legitimately like looking over my shoulder.
Number 3 is Psychonauts.
Yes, that's got some creepy
Psychonauts.
parts.
Yeah, especially I want to shout out the point where you're going down that big pit and then you can fall into a little cavern and go through a door. And it's the memory of one of the camp counselors, like life at an orphanage or something, and she trapped all the orphans in a chest or something and then burnt down the orphanage around them. As the all kids were all screaming and
Is
crying.
that them?
No,
Are
you
they
don't.
the orphans?
Yeah, yeah. You see, like the little orphans, and they're screaming and crying, and it's
And they become
terrible.
the cast of the game?
No, no.
Oh, I see.
They're just in the
Wow.
one level that takes place in her mind.
Yeah, see, it's like you're going into people's minds and like seeing their greatest fears and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's also one about a milkman who was abducted by aliens, and that is
Yes.
terrifying in itself.
Yeah, that one's kind of like a little bit of Invader Zim
A little bit,
style.
but
Yeah.
it does have its implications.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the voice actor for Zim is actually in that game.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I've never beat it. I got stuck on the milkman part that you were just talking about. I
It's
never
so
got
good
past
though.
it. It is.
It is
It's a
so good.
oh my God, phenomenal game.
Psychonauts 2 is out now, by the way.
Oh hell yeah.
Number 4 is Leisure Suit Larry. Any of them. They're all fucking disturbing and weird. And
Isn't
they don't
isn't
fly anymore.
isn't every horny game disturbing and weird?
Not all of them.
Name
Orc
one.
Massage is not.
Orc massage is not weird. Uh-huh. Okay. Finish
Leisure
your
Suit Larry, everyone.
finish your list.
Number 5, Alien Isolation. So I find Alien Isolation disturbing because the AI literally studies you and your playing habits when you play the game.
Which one is
It,
it?
Alien Isolation, it's the newest
Oh,
Alien
yeah,
game
that's
that was first
right.
person.
That's right.
It is absolutely
It
incredible
learns
how well
how to surprise you.
it does because it learns you. It pays attention to everything
That's
you do.
spooky. And now we can do stuff like make art with AI
Yeah,
and just imagine the implications of that alone. What if your video game started making art? Like
that'd be
we're
cool.
not far from completely like AI generated movies.
Not completely.
Like that could happen. If you can do imageries, then you can do frames. If you can do frames, you can do movies.
That's true. That's very,
S
very true.
Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
I do have some shout outs.
Okay?
So shout outs to Dead Space, that entire series.
Hell
It's
yeah.
pretty disturbing. It's got some
I've seen plenty of Let's Plays. I think I watched Jesse Cox play it and he squealed quite a lot.
nice. The new one comes out soon, this year. Uh I will be getting it, definitely, probably. And then my last one is Scorn. It is
This
coming out
Oh,
today actually.
I remember you telling me about this one.
Yes, it's like biopunk kind of, as
Yeah.
in like horror biopunk. Like
Who do you
everything is made out of skin and flesh and bone.
what like sort of like an aber instead of like something like infernal, more like an aberration type thing?
Right.
Like
Imagine
cities made of
agony.
skin and faces?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like imagine the
Yeah,
game
it's very
Agony. That
cosmic.
it is.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of body horror and stuff
hmm
like that. Looks
That's
good though.
that's a pretty unique one for a video game as well. What do you play as in the game? Like what are you doing that's the setting. What are you doing there?
So you kind of just wake up as this dude who was fused to a wall, and now you're kind of fused with the wall, and you get peeled off of it. Uh, and
Huh.
yeah, and then you just kind of walk around and learn what's going on. Uh,
So
I
you're Han
can't spoil it.
Soloed.
I guess so, kinda.
Except
That's a way to look at
instead
it.
of carbonite, you're
And flesh.
in yeah. Dude, what if you were birthed at that moment?
Oh man,
That'd be creepy. So, and then you
that is
just gotta
weird.
wander around, find your way out.
I guess
Very
I don't
Dante's
know.
Inferno, I think.
The game came out today, so we
Hmm.
might be taking a look at it at some point.
Mm.
It's on Game Pass.
That would be a great one to play right now, actually,
Game
during
Pass.
Halloween.
Yes, it would be a perfect one. Wink, wink. Uh, but yeah, Scorn, everybody. Give it up for Scorn. All right.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about next? Is it the Overwatch poo?
Yes. Um, I played one match.
Oh,
This is
yes.
this is my review. I played as Junker Queen.
Okay.
Junker Queen's design's pretty cool. One of her moves doesn't fucking work, but it doesn't matter because she's so OP that
It's true.
like I played against Orisa and Winston and mopped the floor with them.
Yeah.
Um, that was just me trying out a new character for the first time in the game. Maybe I would have a different opinion if I tried out a character I've played before.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll go back and try that. It was boring.
Yeah.
There's no reason to use any terrain. Like, I think I tried to take high ground once. That's it.
Yeah.
And only because I thought I needed to. I didn't.
Right.
I just literally ran to the thing and shot people and killed people, and I won the
Yeah.
game.
Tanks are way too
I
OP.
I walked in a straight line and won the game.
Tanks are just entirely too strong.
I had a really
Uh,
good Baptiste though. So he was like immortality fielding me specifically.
I want
He
to
was
say
aiming at me.
Sojourn sucks.
I haven't played as anybody else. My experience specifically playing Junker Queen is that it's boring. Maybe this is my opportunity to play more DPS. Because I'm usually playing tank or healer. So maybe I can play DPS.
There is one of each that's new, so
Yeah.
um, I want to
I'll do
say
rank DPS.
my personal experience with Overwatch 2 is that I played one mayhem match, and so that is the game mode with reduced cooldowns and faster spawns and you know more health, that kind of stuff. And it lasted for 27 minutes because we both had a Zarya on the point, and Zarya can just infinitely bubble themselves and take no damage and not be able to get CC'd or anything. And that
Yeah.
was just unacceptable.
Yeah.
Disable Zarya. Um, that I I did try out all the characters that I wanted to in that one, so I played Echo, who was a lot of fun. Echo's really good right now. Those
Okay.
cluster bombs, man. Um, Junker Queen, I like her shotgun a lot. That is
Hmm.
awesome. I love the boomerang knife.
So you jumped around to different things while playing this.
Yeah, I had no choice because neither of our Zaryas were dying. So I was like, well, I might as well just try whatever. Farah feels pretty good right now. She loses fuel too fast in her jetpack.
Yeah.
Um, but mayhem mode, so I just stayed in the air with jump jets anyway.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah,
I don't know. I don't they and the crazy thing is they stopped Overwatch 1, which is a better game.
oh yes, by far.
It's actually just straight up a better game. If they don't launch the single player or the co-op campaign, it's done in like 3 months.
Oh yeah,
I don't
no,
see
it will
anybody
not
continuing
survive.
to play this game. And
Not when
and
games like Gundam Evolution are out there or Paladins.
and it's kind of sad because I really enjoyed Overwatch 1, but I did they make this one with more characters, I guess, to appease the internet artists.
Yeah, But then
That's
no
all
one
it is
even cares
now.
about them.
Yeah, yeah, no one cares because they're not fun to play.
They're
Because
not fun to play,
well,
and the game sucks.
I'm sure the characters are fine. Uh, I think the balance is better when it comes to damage and healing, but it's also everybody's too generic now, and it's just a side effect of the game just being boring.
Yeah, Kiriko and Diva are the same character. They are
Wow.
the exact same. They have the same proportions, the same face, the same hair. It is, man, it's ridiculous. I
Yeah,
am not happy with Overwatch 2.
yeah. I
Let's see.
I don't know how it got this way. I guess everybody that was fired was on the Overwatch team. We actually talked about the like episode 1, I think, about the Blizzard scandals. And I
Yes,
mentioned circling back to some of that content, and yeah, maybe because I mean the whole community's like super horny, so maybe that's they had some creeps working in there,
that's true.
you know?
I mean,
And now this is what we got. This is what they could make. And it was so bad that they had to take away the other one to get anybody to play it.
it's so frustrating though because
It
you
could be
know,
so good.
literally,
It,
there were so many good ideas just given to them for free that
it could be
they never followed up on.
it could be so good.
It really could, and that's
The
the worst part.
the the campaign needs to come out.
Today, the
Like
campaign needs to be
yeah,
out today.
if you wake up in the morning, Blizzard executives, and the campaign isn't out, you should
You've
release the
lost.
campaign every single day. You should release the campaign until you release it. So you
Yes,
just count them. But what does that actually do? Put more crunch on the coders. That's all it does.
that's true.
So maybe,
Hire more coders.
maybe they just need to, send it back. That might be what it needs. I think it needs another year or two.
Yeah, it's true.
It's been released far too early.
100% way too early.
And then
So what was
Dragonflight's
your?
coming out next month, by the way.
Oh God, yeah. Not even to mention that, Wrath of the Lich King is the most dead game I play. I cannot get a group to save my life.
There ain't even anybody coming back.
Just you
You have
literally Blizzard has to release Dungeon Finder because you
it.
can't find a group for anything.
Yeah, nobody came back. I don't know which part of the community said fuck it, the right or the left, but I can't really get a read on who's left there. But it's it's a wasteland.
It really is.
To the point, like every single group we've had, everybody's like, let's group up because I'm a tank, and they're like,
Mhm.
put me on your friends list, put me on your friends list. It's crazy.
It really is. There are two healers on our server at our level. Just two.
We're actually to the point of trying to start our own guild.
Yeah.
Just
Blood
because
Cell
like
Buccaneers.
we kind of have to like dig out our own part piece of it to even make it workable. Which I guess that I can see some fun in that, but
Yeah.
it's super dead.
It's a, it is, man, it is
Yeah.
not even worth trying.
The only time we even try to run groups is when we're together. That's the only thing that makes it possible.
True. Because
Because I can
one of
be
us
a tank
plays,
or healer.
yeah, one of us is always something, like a tank or a healer.
Yeah.
Man, and that's sad. It really is. What was the second thing you wanted to talk about?
What tank healer combo would you play if I was a rogue?
Oh, if you were a rogue, I'd be a priest.
Oh hell yes. Oh, but no, I meant one that could tank and heal, which is, I guess, is only two classes
Yeah, druid.
and paladin.
Druid's druid's fun.
Druid, paladin.
Uh,
So I guess, yeah, I'd be cool priest.
man, rogue priest. Let's go. But yeah, second thing. What was the second thing?
uh, yeah. So kind of, we're actually kind of gonna jump the fence here.
Okay.
Donkey is publishing games now. He started,
Yes.
what was it, Big Mode?
Big Mode Games.
Such a good brand.
Good
I
name.
wish our name was Big Mode.
Me too.
Like, holy shit, what a good
Could
idea.
I wish we were the
He
official Big Mode podcast, but we're not.
he's kind of he's doing like he's making his own seal of approval basically.
It's true.
And I think he's one of the few people that could do it. Like he 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 does honest game reviews and usually he has something nice to say about them and something bad to say about them, even the worst ones. So his judgments are very even-handed. He even actually goes into how to read a review with context. Like if somebody is say take movie reviews, he did a whole thing on movie reviews. Say if you're reading reviews by a guy that generally gives good ratings, you're probably gonna see even his, if his reviews are very simple, like it was a fun movie, 2 thumbs up, I had a good time. Like, you're probably going to see that across all of his reviews. So if he says that something is bad, that's the guy you listen to. That's
Yeah.
Donkey, I think,
That's
with
true.
games. I think he's pretty stern, but I I would play a game that Donkey recommended me once. And if I didn't think it was really fun, I would, you know.
I'd fuck off.
It really, I mean, it really depends on what the game is, because I just might not be interested in certain things. Like, I don't tend to trend towards roguelites, for example. I
Yeah.
play some that are fun, but not a lot.
I
I
am
like
one.
RPGs more. If he publishes a good RPG, I'll trust his seal of approval.
There you go. That's good.
Not that I'm like demanding it or anything. Do what you want, but there's other stuff I'm
Okay.
interested in.
Uh, Speaking of stuff we're interested in, I've recently started playing a game on Game Pass called Chivalry 2, if you've
Yeah,
heard of it.
is it good?
Oh man, it is so good. Imagine like 32 versus 32 melee combat, medieval.
Yeah.
And it's so good to the point where you have to like move your mouse and like time your swings to hit your enemy before theirs hit you, and you have to block and parry and flourish and things like that.
Can
It is
can I
incredible.
just say that I really like this contrast of talking about these older companies that are dying and these newer companies that are just absolutely killing it because they're the fans and they know what we want,
Oh
you
yes.
know?
Well, I mean, that's literally the key to success. You
Yeah,
just give the people what they want.
you have to love it.
Literally,
Yeah.
that is all you have to do. All you have to do is listen
Yeah.
and provide.
Yeah. Marvel's been doing that.
Have you not seen the episode of SpongeBob where Squidward is behind the curtain and he shoves the SpongeBob out and they cheer and then he pulls him back and then he comes out and then everyone's quiet and then he puts him out again and they cheer?
What the hell?
Yeah,
What
it's
is
after it's like the talent show or something like that.
what? Is this a meme I'm not aware of?
It's an episode of SpongeBob where there's like a talent show or something, or like he SpongeBob came out doing like jokes or something, and people loved. Oh no, he was mopping the floor and everyone loved it. That was it.
Yeah, I remember that he became a like a stand-up comedian at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, like it's like that. These older companies are just
yeah,
Squidward.
yeah, yeah. Whereas they should be like SpongeBob. They,
Exactly.
you gotta love it.
You gotta love it. You gotta be ready.
And and again, money's a big element here. Some of these guys will get involved and they don't love it. They just use it for the cash.
Yeah. All
That's
they're interested in is the
that's
money.
that's why I'm so happy to see it trending towards more public people that are just lower in the ranks, like YouTube people. YouTube really changed a lot when Let's Plays happened.
Oh yeah.
Let's Plays was a big one, and
Let's Plays gave the power back to the
now,
people.
yeah, now it dominates entertainment to the point where it's kind of getting a little corporate-y itself. So they need to watch
True.
watch themselves. Uh, yeah, it's like things like Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter that have come so far because four idiots wanted to make a show by recording their Xbox play gameplay. Like that was really the huge event that blurred the line, I think.
Yeah.
Like you can actually use a video game to create a television show, a
Yeah.
web series. How many
Machinima.
how many people do that? Yeah, machinima. Big time. Big time. And then they were able to get into their own stuff and they spawned Ruby. How big is
Yeah.
that? They have video games, they have DVDs.
They have an anime now.
I remember the day they uploaded, they went to Walmart to find their DVDs. That was the first release of their DVD. They went to find it in the wild.
That's awesome.
I remember the day they published that video.
That's incredible,
It,
man.
that's what I want. I want that moment when I see my name on a billboard.
I want
Gosh,
to see you.
have gosh, there's so much stuff we didn't cover,
That's true.
but
That's very
I
true.
mean, I could keep going if you want. We can extend it or we can cut it.
I mean, I think we got time for one more question.
Well, yeah, yeah. When it's time to end, we always do one more. You go ahead.
Why is this show called Into the Loop?